Maybe not the way they drew it up, but that was pretty fun, right?
Why are fans calling for this in a playoff series? You people are sick!
Hi!
Leafs Nation, stand witness for Austin Lucas!
Full biblical!
Austin Matthews is the Leaf!
Why do I watch hockey? Stressfully, mostly. Victory puppies and victory puppies get victory treats! Okay, Iggy, take the lead. Good boy. Charlie, hold the lead. Oh, not as... Okay, well, we found it. All right, let's reverse roles. Charlie, take the lead. Oh, goodbye. You kind of got me there.
Iggy, you must hold the lead. Hold it. Hold it. They got a chance of Freddie Anderson. Hold it. All right, final horn. Take it. Oh, my... What? You caught it!
You ever get so proud of your dogs that you just develop an accent for no good reason? Oh, yeah.
All right, go to victory sleep, boys. Good boys. Oh, who texted me?
Leafs win! 4-3 in over. I'm just kidding. The Leafs get those points all to themselves. 4-3 over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Over the league's best team, the Tampa Bay Lightning. I wonder, do they hear the footsteps or are they hidden by the thunder? Okay, maybe we shouldn't be getting cocky after that one, but a win's a win, right? Man, that's one of those wins where you're like, 5-second rule. Oh, there's not even anything on it. There's not... Okay, well now there is now. And it tastes like victory. Let's talk about the game. A game that ended up being a track meet was very much a boxing match at the beginning. Just feeling each other out, not many punches thrown, as in barely any shots. Leafs don't even get a shot in the first 5 minutes or so. And then out of nowhere, the Leafs just start torching the Lightning. But again, nothing going in because this is hyped as a game between two Vezina candidates. Which is true, and you could argue that Freddie was the difference in this one, but in a game between two teams that have two amazing goalies, you forget who the two teams are, the Lightning and the Leafs. By the end of this game, the Lightning became the first team in the NHL to reach 200 goals with 201. The Leafs, third in the league with 192. Looking for 189. Austin Matthews looking for the puck in the slot. Sends it over to Willie. From his Nylander in Sergachev's face, and Vasilevsky barely moves. Spectacular shot from Willie for his 13th of the season, but that pass from Matthews, they don't teach you that kind of chemistry in high school. The Lightning would get their footing back. They would get back into the game. Sergachev had a chance like on his next shift, but the Leafs hold tight. Shots 9-9 after one. Score 1-0 after one for the good guys. Just 3 minutes into the second, there's a bit of a logjam at the Leafs blue line. Polak, Marner, Austin all trying to stop the Lightning from entering the zone. Polak gets it, Marner gets it next, and then Austin is able to break out with it. Feeds Willie for a partial break. Blocker side on Vasilevsky. Wow! Vasilevsky looking statuesque on that one. I make fun of the guy, but he's arguably the best goalie in the league. He's gonna sleep his way to a Vezina nomination, probably a win. But to start the game, the battle is 2-0 Willie. Assist going to Matthews, he gets another one, and Mitch Marner got the secondary assist. I mean, a little bit of a meh. I often stick up for secondary assists. That's not what I want to stick up for. Except for its significance, apparently, and I feel like this is wrong, but apparently that's the first time all three of Marner, Matthews, and Nylander were in on the same goal. Again, that just seems wrong. I feel like we had that earlier in the season, but that's what they told me. And again, with the playoffs closing in, there's only one thing that matters. It's 2-0 for the Leafs. 8.5 minutes later, Willie again. Willie's got the puck in the corner. Pressure passes it to Matthews. Pressure passes it back to Willie. And he's got more free space out there than Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer. I'd say Caitlin Osmond too, but she's an Oilers fan. How dare she? I'm just kidding. More importantly, she's a gold medalist. I should probably get back to the goal. Willie breaks into the zone. 3 Lightning looking at him. He drops it to Gardner. He puts it on. That's it. I was kidding before, but Vasilevsky was having one of those games. Leafs up 3-0. Dominating the Lightning, dominating the best team in the league, dominating a team they are chasing. A potential first or maybe even second round opponent in the playoffs. So what do the Leafs do, huh? What do the Leafs do? I know what they did on Saturday. They scored, and they scored, and they scored, and they bent, but they did not break, and they kept attacking. No, they took their foot off the gas. They pretty much pulled over the side of the road. And it sucks, because I want to show you something. From Leafs PR, Patrick Marleau was skating in his 1,551st career regular season game tonight, passing Alex Delvecchio for sole possession of 13th place in the NHL's all-time games played list. I'm leaving that in. I'm not redoing it. And I wanted to bring that up because this line had an excellent first period, I thought. I thought Kadri was involved. I thought Marner was dancing. And Marleau was a warrior out there, really getting into a lot of battles and using his speed. And they were on the ice for the first goal. And Kadri's in there and he's working hard, but he's not quite able to get the puck. Leafs punch up in front of the net. They're puck watching. No one knows what's going on. Alex Killorn takes advantage of the chaos, scores on Freddie Anderson, and now the Lightning are on the board before the third begins. But you know the narrative, oh, they're gonna go to the dressing room and be like, oh yeah, we got this, boys. No, you can't let that happen. And even if it does, whether the Tampa Bay Lightning or the Toronto Maple Leafs, they bring it, you bring it right back. Shut this down, boys. 58 seconds in, it's flipped into the Leaf zone. Hainsey goes, Goes right to Kaloran. Kaloran gives it right to Kucherov, who gives it right to the back of the net because that's what he does 58 seconds in. Did I mention that? It's now 3-2. But again, it's okay. It's okay. Look up at the big thing, okay? You see the score? 3-2. 3 is bigger than 2. Yours is the 3. Be happy. Shut this down, boys. You got it. 20 seconds later, Yanni Gord tips it in and it's tied 3-3. Why are you the way that you are? Okay, no, let's ignore the fact that you blew a 3-0 lead, and in order to blow that 3-0 lead, you allowed 2 goals in 20 seconds to start the third period, and the third goal was scored by Yanni Gord, who, that's a makeup player in NHL 18. That is a myth. He has what? When was this guy even drafted? He wasn't drafted? Do Steve Yzerman and Lou Lamoriello have, like, secret meetings in, like, a remote island volcano that is actually a supervillain's lair that they, like, rent? How many words do you think are exchanged total, like, combined? No. Focus. There's still basically a period of hockey left. Hopefully more. I'm here for 3-on-3. Whose frickin' side are you on? They blew a 3-0 lead, but I've said this before, it's in the past. You need to be a little Rafiki about this. Oh yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. And then Rafiki swings his stick and JVR ducks right under it. Only a few minutes later, Bozak carries it and shoots it on Vasilevsky. He stopped. Enormous rebound right to JVR and squeaks and barely gets in, but it goes in. Lead is restored and who's ready to do it all again? The Leafs, who play pretty well for the rest of the third, shut it down. Freddie's got to make some saves, but what else is new? They're looking good defensively. They're not letting Tampa get set up too much. Refs calling nothing, and that's fine. We're not bitter about it. Maybe a little bit. Tampa pulls their goalie. Leafs still being stubborn. And then with about a minute to go, Babcock just goes, wild card! None of those got in the camera shot. What a mess. I tried a thing. I did not work. Babcock had Polak out there in the final minute, and he was an adventure. But Freddie makes all the saves he needs to, including a close one with about 9 seconds to go. But the Leafs hold on for the 4-3 victory in regulation. Yeah! Lightning fans, if I were you, I'd be excited about that game. I mean, first of all, you can chirp Leafs fans for coughing up another lead. But also, for a rivalry to really flourish, both teams gotta win sometimes. The problem with the Atlantic Division right now, besides the fact that most of the teams suck, is that there aren't many good rivalries anymore. Habs Bruins is usually good, Habs Leafs, but like, they're far apart. Lightning Panthers? Look at the Lightning. Look at the Leafs. Look at this game. Young, exciting, speed. They practically have the same damn jerseys, guys. If you're a fan of hockey, you want Leafs Lightning to be a thing. At least, that's how I would look at it if I were you. Although I'm sure you're going, yeah, maybe round 2. Questions. Trade wave signed. JVR, Bozak, Komarov. What would I do? Oh, right. Lou Lamoriello's the GM, so sign. Rules are so adorable. Ooh, this one's fun. Unrelated to the Leafs game, but how do I deal with a tank as a Hawks fan? Well, first of all, you must be pretty young, because prior to like 2007, the Blackhawks sucked. Like for a decade, and before that, they were pretty mediocre. I think if you're a Hawks fan, you gotta look at your core. It's still there, and it's still good. Most of it. It's a tight league. You're a move or two away from it being fine again. You lucked into DeBrincat, you rotten rat bunch of... Crawford was playing almost Vezina level until he got his thing. So I would say with the tank is hope it's just a conservative one. Don't do anything too stupid, because the Hawks might be on the decline, but it's not a sharp decline, and they'll probably still be around for a while. You're probably a couple years away from worrying about a real tank. With all the talk of McDonough being traded, would you want the Leafs to look at Shattenkirk instead, retained potentially? 29, right-handed D, 4 years left at 6.685, or tinker with what we have, i.e. Polak out, Carrick in for the last stretch in playoffs. I can't imagine the Rangers giving up Shattenkirk. I mean, they already gave up on Brendan Smith. Plus, if they do get rid of McDonough, I mean, you gotta have something. You gotta ice a team. That, and even though they've declared a rebuild, they might still make the playoffs this year. It's funny, a lot of Leaf fans are super over-eager. They want to completely blow the doors off and get a Chris Tanev or a Shattenkirk or what have you. But look at the team. Look at where they are. Look at how Freddie's performing. Look at how the team is scoring. And look at how the team has scored for most of the season except for a stretch. The thing with those big moves is they're big risks. And if you whiff and whiff hard, which is not out of the question, you risk breaking everything that you've built. Here, let's maybe end on this one. What are your opinions with the latest move with Soshnikov to the IR? Who gets dealt or sent down? Well, for your last question, who gets dealt or sent down? I don't freaking know, dude. Do you know any more with this team? My thoughts on the thing, I mean, if you look at the rules, the Leafs didn't do anything wrong. Cap Friendly's Twitter, man, they really know their stuff. CBA 13.9, which talks to LTI conditioning loans, explains that the goal of LTI conditioning is solely to determine if the player is fit to play. If the club and team doctors feel the player is not yet ready at the conclusion of his conditioning stint, he can be recalled and remain on IR. So here's the thing, it's literally up to the team to decide. And what do you think they're going to decide? Oh, he's fine, and we're just going to totally screw ourselves and force ourselves to make a move and lose a valuable asset who we probably weren't even going to use unless someone gets hurt. And then if someone does get hurt, we won't even have him. Or we could just say he's hurt, which is so ridiculous. He played 5 games with the Marlies, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points, 17 shots. We'll talk about it more on the podcast tomorrow, but they didn't break the rules. Where it is going to get hairy, I think, is when they start discussing these sort of things in the next CBA. And they pull out this giant book, glunk, and put it on the desk. Hi, here's all the shenanigans Lou Lamoriello pulled that we want to fix. But until then, woohoo, have fun! Speaking of fun, you should have some fun buying merch. We got shirts and hoodies and tank tops and bags and mugs and other things that you can put stickers on your face. How about that? And with that, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Brand new Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast coming tomorrow. Shout out Mrs. Dangle for allowing the nighttime LFR. You thank her. You thank her.